Oh no.
We start off pretty quickly into zombies attacking in the first minute of the film, with a tackling jump scare because zombies never make noise as they approach victims. Even though this was made in 2009, a year before the Walking Dead TV series started, I cannot help but compare these two cops to Shane and Rick, although the comics did come out way before that. They're cocky and dude bros towards each other, and you can tell something is gonna make them want to kill each other later on. So we have seen that these zombies will full out assault someone, tackling them to the ground. Yet this old guy, slowly rolling around in a wheelchair, got bit and just casually strolls up to the officers to say that he got bit? Like seriously! The next scene, 2 seconds later, shows how vicious they are. This woman gets bit in the cheek, and we can visibly see flesh is being torn from her face. But in this shot, her face barely has any surface damage. The old man says the kid bit him and then ran off into the house. Why would the kid just leave him there? Why wouldn't she just go for the full course meal? This zombie, after full on attacking the other woman, just sits there growling so the main female character can play one mole whack-a-mole with this bloodied head. The zombie kid is just hiding in the porch, staring at the table angrily.
I am the table!
Instead of looking for more people to attack. And she waits for the cops to knock before attacking them? Luckily, the little girl only goes for the feet, so the cop doesn't get bitten too early in the movie. This cop, having his feet bitten at, instantly resorts to telling his partner to shoot this underage girl for biting at his shoes?
Frank, shoot her!
In case you forgot that this is apparently a Christmas movie. This car dealer turns up the mojo and approaches a bloody zombie from behind. Why was this zombie just sitting there in broad daylight with cars passing by doing absolutely nothing? Later on, we figure out that they're partially blind at night, but this is the middle of the day. This zombie pops up from behind a car with someone's full head and starts running at them with the head still in hand. How in the world did he get the head off without anyone noticing so cleanly? And how did he get it so perfectly? It feels too impractical. The car dealer turns into a zombie and grows extra flesh on his face to become more evil looking. This is another case where I watched the whole movie and just assumed, but apparently he's one of the fast running zombies. I'll get into that more later, but right now it's just kind of dumb. We get a psych out scene where the cop is in pain over his bloodied foot, making us think he was bitten, but in actuality, he was shot. All of this so they can mirror that one scene from Reservoir Dogs where the guy in the back that's bleeding keeps saying that he's gonna die.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna die.
The cops see this zombie chasing the woman on the street and are able to perfectly pull up in front of them and bop it in the head at this exact corner while injured. A fountain of cherry Kool-Aid starts spraying out of the zombie's head seconds after the headshot. They spend the next few minutes cauterizing his severed toe. Good on them. And the douchey cop decides to radio for help with no avail. As he leaves to go back inside, he sees a zombie walking around eating a severed arm. How do the zombies have perfect severed limbs to be eating on so frequently? He decides to unload 2 shotgun blasts into the zombie, and the first one has no effect on it. I don't know about you, but a shotgun shell to the chest or upper torso would have at least knocked him on his ass. The zombies now decided to start rushing him now that he shot his shotgun, not during all the screaming from the other cop or the gunshot on the other zombie from earlier. They start opening Christmas gifts early. Oh, going on the naughty list for that one. And the couple start having exchanges about how Frank the cop has been an asshole and the woman Sarah has been cheating on him with his best friend, apparently. That's not confirmed yet. Oh, perfectly timed drama for not only Christmas, but a zombie apocalypse. You gotta love it. Apparently, there is a newscast describing the outbreak, but the noise filter they used for it is so distorted and hard to understand and doesn't even sound like it's coming out of a radio. It just felt half-assed, and I don't even know why it's there. They apparently have the strength to rip the arms off other zombies, and we get more of that dismemberment fetishism. The zombie starts eating the other zombie's arm. They eat each other, and this zombie starts staring at Frank as it is licking the shirt of the severed arm. What is going on? Is this a parody movie or not? I can't tell if it's trying to be serious or if it's trying to be funny. The oh-so classic In the Hall of the Mountain King starts playing as Frank bears witness to a random montage of 3 separate zombie attacks happening all at once within apparent seeing distance. The first scene has a car driving off at sunset with zombies banging against it, but then right after the daylight shown fluctuates, it goes from sunset to middle of the night. Which is it? And just like I said, it suddenly jumps to the middle of the night and we have half a dozen people just vibing at a campfire, drinking it up and girls making out. Not that there is a zombie apocalypse where lots of people are dying, gunshots are going off left and right, where people are screaming and getting ripped apart or anything. Nah, don't pay any mind to that. And the zombies don't pay any mind to this party going on either. These zombies have the know-how to surprise attack others, but don't know how to get around a fence and just keep running into it, not even trying to break it down. Again, later on they explain there's 2 different types of zombies, dumb ones and smart ones, but I don't care how dumb they are, they would at least know how to go around a damn fence. Whoa guys, was that a gunshot? In a zombie apocalypse? Hold my beer. Frank is watching this all go down in the middle of the night, but the light casting on his face from the window looks like it's a bright sunny day outside. It's got some Night of the Living Dead syndrome here. The car driving away earlier has stopped for some reason, or at least I think, and they are just screaming at zombies smacking the car. Drive, bitch, drive! The zombies attack the back door fireplace get together, but wouldn't have the zombies already heard them hooting and hollering and attacked earlier? How did this group not know of anything that was going on up until that point? I cannot get over that. This guy, who looks like he knows what's going on, comes outside with his worried girlfriend and pops a few zombies in the head, trying to look like a badass while doing so. But hey, let's just stand there and look like a badass some more as a few other zombies sneak up and just attack from the side out of nowhere.
What is it?
Dark, I can't see anything.
Are you sure about that?
Frank wants to go outside and help everyone after they already died in plain sight. Yeah, not a dumb idea on low ammunition. At least his cheating wife stops him in the only way she knows how, by having sex with him. Oh yeah, it really hasn't felt like a Christmas movie quite yet. So, let's throw in a zombie mall Santa Claus with fat tuba music. There, now we have a reason to call this a Christmas movie and have a zombie Santa Claus on the movie poster and future thumbnails of people that will make fun of this movie. Frank shoots the zombie Santa Claus after it knew exactly where to look, and Sarah asks him, "Wouldn't that draw more attention?" You know what his response is? Who cares? I had sex with my cheating wife. Frank is being very sensible despite some of his idiocies, telling Sarah to only open the fridge when absolutely necessary to keep the cold in as long as possible and to ration out their food since they don't know how long they will be boarded up. -1 sin. Frank goes to shoot some zombies. He waits at the front door, a zombie slams against it, and Frank acts surprised that a zombie showed up. We get more romantic drama talk alongside music that looks and feels like something out of Hallmark. I signed up for Christmas zombies, not for the writer's marital issue projection. Frank is able to stealthily take out 2 zombies outside, discerning that they have reduced vision and, I guess, intellect at night. Frank is smart to figure out how they work so quickly, minus another sin. Frank also somehow knows they rely on smell to hunt living humans and digs out hunting spray that kills odors. While this is smart, I do not see how he came to this conclusion. We suddenly cut to him in the middle of the street between half a dozen zombies who are apparently completely blind as he stands right in the middle of all of them so he can have this beat for beat mashup of smashing zombies with a baseball bat to take me out to the ball game. Sarah and Nash decide, after Frank went outside, that killing zombies with a baseball bat is a bad idea, and act surprised he is doing so. What? He's supposed to kill them with a shotgun, waste ammo, and make a bunch of noise instead? Think sensibly, you damn idiots. Nash, the guy who was passed out for a day from a severed toe, goes outside to call Frank back in, not armed or prepared. Why? What if a zombie attacks you? What are you gonna do, complain? Frank is casually walking through all the zombies and suddenly does not have his bat anymore. It's just gone. And he only has his shotgun. Why? We didn't even see what happened to the bat. Why would he drop it? Why would he waste his only melee weapon? He shoots this zombie in the shoulder. The shoulder, unloading a round. He went from careful efficiency with his ammunition to just careless wastefulness. What is going on with these characters? The power to this house conveniently comes back on as Frank walks by this house so the Christmas lights can come back on, because remember, this is supposed to be a Christmas movie. We forgot that Christmas stuff should be in it, so here's some Christmas lights to remind you that it's Christmas. He knows that these zombies rely on light to help their sight a bit. Or at least I think. And he decides, hey, let's just go in this random house that the lights all turned on. What could possibly go wrong? Frank finds a survivor in the attic. Good thing he knew exactly where to go to find him. Sarah and Nash are getting wasted in the living room and start floating the idea of making whoopee. And Sarah acts surprised when Nash says he wants to kiss her. Drama! Frank is talking to the attic guy, who looks like Dwight from The Walking Dead, and says his son is under a bloody blanket because he hit his head in the chaos and needs rest. As a cop and a guy that figured out how these zombies work quickly, you totally shouldn't check to see if his kid is a zombie or not. Nah, just leave it there and he might come back and bite you. Who cares? To make things more tense, certain zombies start screaming and now know where Nash and Sarah are right after they kiss. I guess these zombies are abstinence based and can smell when people are about to have extramarital relations. Frank goes downstairs and Discount Dwight says,
Come on, you don't know what's out there.
Yes, we do, dude. Yes, we do. It's zombies. Zombies are banging at the barred bathroom window, and Nash asks where his shotgun is. Fully knowing Frank took it out to take care of the outside zombies, he saw him take the shotgun outside. But thankfully, there's this full machete in the closet right next to him in the same shot. After cutting a zombie's finger off, Nash gets his face right against the window to yell and gloat. You really want to get your face within grabbing distance just to talk shit to a bunch of dead guys? This zombie knew how to open the front door at night, but other zombies can't even walk around fences? Frank wastes 2 shots on this one zombie running away from him. These zombies apparently feel pain as this fatty is whining over his severed finger, but other zombies seem to not care about being bludgeoned by a baseball bat or getting shot in the chest or other parts of the body until their heads get caved in. But this guy is complaining. Why? Fatty Zombilotti just keeps whining and not attacking as his head gets chopped into like a lumberjack. He doesn't even fight back. Discount Dwight begs Frank to come back and says, hey, I can help, I have a gun. Only for this zombie to suddenly appear, attack, get shot, and run away. So I guess certain zombies in this universe know to run away from firearm-wielding individuals? Why? The car dealer from earlier, being a zombie, teases the idea of opening a door, but just gives up. He stares at the doorknob and just runs off. But he does call for reinforcements, and then they all promptly leave. What was the point of this scene? It's like they know how these zombies act, but then just toss around what they can actually do, but then don't do it, but then they do it, but then they don't do it. None of it makes sense at all. Frank somehow pulls off this pristine headshot on the person inside the house, the person being Nash, his cop partner, through a window instantly from the side. That is some nice plot device driven auto aim, bro. So Nash gets into the house that Frank was in to give him backup. Frank is outside carrying his shotgun around the corner, but in the millisecond of going around the window, he has his shotgun put up and a pistol drawn just so he can pull off this quick shot that puts Nash down. Does he have the scout perk from Black Ops? He has been shooting his shotgun willy-nilly all up until this point, but suddenly wants to use his pistol now? He has hesitated to shoot anything at a glance until then. But we just need a shocking death, I guess. I mean, whatever. Frank gets back home and reveals he was shot in the stomach by Nash, almost like he shouldn't have gone out to hunt.
Shh, you will be quiet. I'm hunting for weapons.
By himself. Nash somehow lived being shot in the head and brought into the attic. What? Even if he pulled some Last of Us 2 magic bullshit, this same guy that was shot in the head almost died from a severed toe earlier, and the sound of 2 gunshots would have most likely attracted some of those smart zombies you guys have been hyping up from earlier, and they would have feasted on Nash's unconscious body while it was bleeding out. How the hell is this guy with a bullet wound in the head alive? Discount Dwight keeps covering up his blanketed dead son. He keeps saying his son is just knocked out. But why wouldn't both of the cops go and check on him in case he is a zombie that might turn and bite someone? Sarah and Frank hear someone on a loudspeaker outside, drawing infected away from them. So their best course of action is for Frank to send Sarah out as bait and aim out the second-story window with a shotgun? Not worried about her getting surprise attacked or accidentally friendly firing her? You already shot Nash in the head. A trio of survivors drive up in a Humvee, and they...
I started blasting. Bang!
Was that amount of gunfire necessary? Holy shit! I mean, she is just unloading that Uzi as if the zombies were jumping on her. The school shooter looking trio say talking inside is a better idea instead of being out in the open. Probably a good idea since he made just enough noise for the Tri-County area to hear. Frank's gunshot wound doesn't look nearly as bad as I thought it would in less than 24 hours after getting it. Alright, so we're getting some backstory. Frank and Sarah ask how the zombies started, and the 2 out of the 3 explain how there are indeed 2 different types of zombies, insinuating that they have already come to that conclusion, and state that the crazy ones with the red eyes have something wrapped around their brainstem, the reptilian part of our brain that controls our basic functions. Something from sci-fi, but they don't explain further. They just say something sci-fi looking was wrapped around the brain. What do you mean by that? Is it like a parasite? Is it just some kind of virus? I don't know what he means by something sci-fi wrapped around the brain. I don't even think Roanoke can explain that. At least we have evidence to show why the zombies act either dumb as hell or big-brained, but to say sci-fi stuff in the brain make them speeders just feels half-assed. Only a few thousand humans are left alive in Los Angeles. Really? After a few days of this type of zombie apocalypse where 95% of them are stupid? Really? The new group say they are held up at the airport and tell Sarah and Frank to pack up and get ready to leave with them. Their third comrade starts honking the horn outside, saying they are leading the infected away so they have time to pack. But I see a surprisingly no amount of zombies chasing this van, and have only seen the dumb ones on the street roaming around, who aren't too keen on chasing anything anyways. They're just wandering around doing nothing. The badass duo know exactly which house to go to based on, I know someone in an attic on the house around the corner. How do they know exactly which house to go to? They arrive, and then we hear some yelling and gunfiring, and it seems like they got overwhelmed as we see the badass chick scurrying away from the house. But I can't see these zombies doing any type of overwhelming on a single person, let alone a badass trio with heavily armed ammunition, when you can so easily run right through them. They're doing it right now. Look, she's running right through them. How the hell did these zombies kill him? Nash leaves Dwight's attic to find that the old badass is now a buffet. You're telling me he survived up until this point just to tell the main characters about the airport and then just die? What was the point of these badass characters if they get their asses kicked so quickly? At least now I realize that the zombies with massive scabbing growth on their faces are the speeders, despite not having the fabled red eyes that they kept bringing up. The badass girl is still running through a bunch of walkers easily, and Nash even pushes one to the side like he's just some stupid idiot. And you're still telling me they took over Los Angeles with a population of over 4 million in 2009? They say the smart ones ambushed them when they got in the house, but I would have thought these badasses would have been ready for the smart ones in their ambushing at this point. How exactly do certain people turn into runners? What about remaining as walkers? What are the specifics on why certain people are runners and why some are walkers? I have way too many questions for this zombie virus. I have no life. Believe me, I know. This supermarket zombie climbs into the attic and gets shot numerous times, but does not react. So do they feel pain or not? They have the badass chick change clothes and then say to throw the clothes out the window to burn them later? Aren't they going to escape to the airport? Why are they wanting to burn the clothes if they're going to throw them outside? Is it a biohazard? They haven't brought that up at any point. Nash plays it right by handcuffing the badass chick to make sure she doesn't turn and attack them while she's in the restroom. Minus 1 sin. Discount Dwight was bitten in the face by the supermarket zombie and starts breaking down in tears, knowing of his imminent demise, as he shows that his son is in fact completely dead. But it's hard to take this character seriously with this actor's performance.
I bought it to protect them. I used it on you. I'm a dead man.
You there, boy?
Me, sir?
Yes, you, my good fella. What day is today?
It's a Christmas today.
Oh yeah, I forgot this was a Christmas movie. What do you have to say to celebrate this big day, Dwight?
Merry Christmas, friend.
Well, that was a little depressing. Nash goes outside looking to fight some zombies, and 2 smart ones start dodging bullets left and right. Why are the smart zombies just now showing up, and how are they dodging bullets so effectively? Frank saves Nash from a hunter-jumping zombie, but Nash points a pistol in return, saying that his former partner left him for dead after shooting him in the head. Bro, he reactively shot you in the head. Who in their right mind, in a zombie apocalypse I might add, would think that you survived a shot to the head and then would try to bring your probably lifeless body back to the house you came from? Who would do that? They start having a Rick and Shane season 2 finale showdown, letting out all their grievances with each other after some cheating with a cop's wife. Gotta have that drama come full circle. This smart zombie just sits there watching the drama unfold so they can decide if it will attack them or not. And then she doesn't even try to avoid being killed. She allows herself to get shot, despite the other zombies from earlier dodging bullets like crazy. Good thing zombies know to stay back during a survivor standoff. They call it even between being shot in the head and kissing somebody's wife after just a punch to the face. Cause that's how tough dudes do it, bro. Badass girl wants to get free, so starts calling Sarah a whipped wife who can't think for herself, and says,
"Or are you capable of independent thought?"
Wait, what? Did they dub out a line? Did she say fuck here? Nash and Frank casually run through dozens of zombies and none of them even attempt to grab or bite them. The car salesman zombie shows up at the window and somehow does not bite the badass chick after grabbing her hand for 10 seconds? Sarah goes and opens the front door to stun the zombie, and Nash and Frank show up.
Started blasting. Bang!
And miss every shot aimed at him? For guys that easily shot each other in the blink of an eye and have been able to headshot zombies left and right, they sure can't hit a stationary zombie with multiple attempts at point blank range basically. That horde of zombies they just ran past don't come to the apartment after all that shooting and screaming. So I guess since the car salesman had a shitty slapped together backstory, we have to have the main characters gunning him down? What about this zombie deserved that much ammo and that much screen time? Here we have another case of 2 zombie movie survivors getting max ammo. Oh, now their guns run out of ammo for this last dramatic scene. And the car salesman is still alive after all that ammo that was dumped into him? You guys killed other zombies perfectly up until this point with just 1 shot. Why? Holy shit! And they have an off-screen melee brawl with the zombie and cave its head in. You built this specific zombie up pretty much off and on the whole movie, and you give it an off-screen death? Did the budget run out at this point? Sarah finds both Nash and Frank laughing hysterically in the backyard. Why are they laughing, you might ask?
You.
What in the Romero Skittle bopping a zombie is this shit? They both got fucking bit? How the fuck did he bite them both? After all their badass shit, they both not only get bitten easily after a preventable situation, but they were bitten off screen. Two of your main characters get bitten off screen. Plus 20 cents for this bullshit. And to add salt to the wound, Frank is like, oh look, I done found a clip. How about that? Oh well, we're dead. Frank was bitten in the neck and has no symptoms yet. But Nash's bite to the arm already has him showing symptoms. Frank says his goodbyes and gives his wife the hunter smell spray and dies. The multiple gunshots in the backyard while they're having this little dramatic ending or goodbye to each other, none of the sounds from earlier attract any of the smart zombies that were scurrying around. They're not coming around to these gunshots to attack his wife. Again, zombies have to respect dramatic moments, I guess. And we end with Sarah freeing the badass girl and giving her the spray, and the movie ending with a cliffhanger that nobody would want to see the sequel to.
Where'd you say you lived again?
That's how you end it? You say, where'd you say you lived again? You're really gonna leave it on a cliffhanger and think another movie's coming. What a holly jolly piece of shit this movie was. In conclusion, this is a Christmas zombie movie because of just a few small moments that they tossed in, like the Christmas lights, the small present giving scene, Dwight killing himself while he says Merry Christmas, and the clickbait thumbnail of the zombie Santa Claus that was only in the movie for like 10 seconds to fat tuba music. I'm gonna add plus 1 cent for each instance, and I'm finally done with this shit. Thank you, have a good Christmas.
Wow, 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 wow. Their opponents tonight are a real hungry bunch.
Their intensity is infectious.
Here's the pitch. Swung on. Oh, boy.
That's a home run.
Pre-order Left 4 Dead 2 at GameStop and get an exclusive in-game baseball bat. Power to the players.
They see me rolling. They hate it.
Hey, guys. Looking to buy a Hummer today? Interested in test driving a Hummer today?
I'm going to tear off your skin like wrapping paper and deck the halls with your guts.
Look how they mess with my boy.
Do you ever get cold in the wintertime when you're sleeping? Well, I don't. 3 little words. Cheat on your husband.
God! Oh my God, you stupid hacker!
I shot dead.
Who are you, Mother?
It's whenever you're put to the test. Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man. We're lost.
No, man. I know exactly where I am.
You don't know shit anymore.
You can do it.
It's my call, man.
I don't think you can keep them safe.